Hi, I'm Prashant Kumar, Computer Science and Engineering, MS Engineering College, Bangalore. Yeah, today onwards, today and tomorrow, probably today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, 3 days we will discuss this yarn, Hadoop yarn. Okay, it's very fundamental with respect to Hadoop 2. Okay, so we already learned this yarn many times. We have used yarn, and many times we have given instruction to the yarn for executing MapReduce job, but we don't know what is yarn and how yarn is working. Okay, so today onwards we are going to study how yarn is working. Correct? Yeah. So then what is yarn? Yarn is an acronym for yet another resource negotiator. Yet y another a resource or negotiator. So that is what yarn, Y-A-R-N. Yeah, yet another, it is a, see from that word itself you can understand it's a resource negotiator. Okay, so arbitrator, negotiator, allocator, all who will do? Yarn will do. Okay, so overall control of the allocation, negotiation and releasing of the resources. Yeah, it is the responsibility of yarn, and we will study details later. Okay, so yarn introduced in Hadoop version 2. Okay, that means you can say that MapReduce version 2. Okay, MapReduce version 1, there is no yarn. Okay, but MapReduce version 2 we will have yarn. That means it is an improvement over MapReduce. Okay, it is an improvement over MapReduce framework. Okay, we learned MapReduce, we know that what is a MapReduce framework and how MapReduce framework will work. Okay, it is what it follow a master slave architecture. We know that who is job tracker, who is task tracker, and what is the responsibility of job tracker and task tracker, etc. We know that. Then see, so while studying yarn you should have a knowledge on what MapReduce framework, otherwise you couldn't what it is difficult. Yeah, so remember yarn is introduced in Hadoop version 2. Okay, yarn is not there in Hadoop version 1. Okay, so yarn is there in Hadoop version 2, 3, etc. Why we improved MapReduce? Because there is some bottleneck. Okay, there is some problem in MapReduce version 1. So in order to overcome that problem, yarn was introduced. Okay, so what is the problem? Problem is if your cluster is of size 4000 nodes, okay, or more than 4000 nodes, or you are growing your cluster more than 4000 nodes, then what will happen? The master of the MapReduce framework, what is the master? Job tracker is the master. Okay, so job tracker will fail to manage all the work. Okay, that is the biggest bottleneck in MapReduce version 1, and we know that job tracker is the master and which will manage all the monitoring, allocating, checking the health, everything related to the MapReduce work. Okay, everything related to MapReduce work who will do? Master will do. Okay, so what is a task tracker? Task tracker are computing node. Okay, whatever work allocated to a task tracker will execute that work and will provide the result. Okay, so it will provide the result to the job tracker. So job tracker will monitor the execution, allocation of the execution of MapReduce work. Okay, then checking the health of the computing node and allocating the resources for executing. Okay, everything who will do in MapReduce version 1? Job tracker will do, master will do. So if more and more nodes attached to the Hadoop, that means for more than 4000, they found experimentally, okay, that if the cluster is of size more than 4000 node, then see the job tracker is not able to perform its work in a performed way. So what they did? They did some modification on job tracker. Okay, they did that environment frame, MapReduce environment framework. They were little modification they did in order to avoid that bottleneck, in order to overcome that bottleneck. That is what MapReduce version 2. Correct. That is what we are calling yarn. Correct. Yahoo in 2010 began the next generation MapReduce. Okay, initially we know that MapReduce was there with Hadoop version 1. Okay, Hadoop version 1 was introduced in 2006. So 2006 to 2010 we have Hadoop version 1. Okay, Hadoop version 1 with the MapReduce framework. By using this MapReduce framework, they were understood that there are many problems in MapReduce framework. So they were improved that MapReduce framework. So who did? Yahoo contributed a lot. Okay, Yahoo contributed a lot in Hadoop software. Not only Yahoo, many people. Yahoo, Cloudera, Heartlandwork, MapR. There are many companies. They are all developing. Even Facebook, Hive. Who is behind Hive? Facebook is behind Hive. Bigtable, we know that Bigtable is a database developed by Google. Okay, these all development lead to a sophisticated software, that is what we calling as a Hadoop 3 or Hadoop 2. Okay, so Yahoo started in 2010 improving MapReduce version 1. Okay, the main idea is nothing, very simple, we can say main idea is split the responsibility of job tracker into two. Okay, because we understood that job tracker failing if the Hadoop cluster is of bigger size. So then what we will do? What is a normal procedure? The all work of job tracker we will split it into two piece. Okay, two category, and one work will do one, another work will do another person. Then we can improve the performance. Correct? Am I correct? The main idea is to split the responsibility of job tracker to two things. So they are called it as resource manager. Second one is application master. Okay, so what is resource manager? Resource manager is nothing, job scheduling. Okay, job scheduler you can say. And what is application master? Task monitoring. Okay, we know that in MapReduce version 1, these two job scheduling, task monitoring, etc., who will do? Job tracker will do. But in Yarn, these two work, it is not a single work. Okay, it is a sequence of work. It's a continuous monitoring of task. Once we submit the task, job tracker keep on monitor what is the progress of that task. That is what task monitoring. And what is job scheduling? Job scheduling means depends upon the maps job created by the job tracker, but it should schedule to the respective task tracker and allocate the resources. Okay, scheduling means we need to allocate the resources for execution of that job. That means map job. Okay, that is what job scheduling. So job scheduling will do one person, task scheduling will do another person. Okay, so then automatically the performance will increase. So then what is that, etc., we will in detail, little more detail, in depth we will study later. Okay, not now, later we will study. Any query, anybody, any question you can ask?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is, we know that, you know, this is our Hadoop 1, this is our Hadoop 2. Okay, in Hadoop 1 you can't see Yarn. Okay, you see here there is no Yarn here, but in Hadoop 2 you can see Yarn. Okay, cluster management tool. Okay, managing the resources, managing the task, etc. Yarn will do that. Below that, anyway, file system is there, distributed file system. Okay, here also be distributed file system. And above, see here above MapReduce, every application will come. Okay, all MapReduce application will come above MapReduce. MapReduce and non-MapReduce, everything will come above Yarn. Okay, Yarn above you can see MapReduce, Hive, Tess, Spark, Pig, Scoop, Flume, Mahot, Vir, Ozzy, so many things, HBase, etc., all will come above this one. We know that the architecture we have studied from the beginning. What is architecture of Hadoop version 2? So please explaining Yarn, you can draw this diagram and you can distinguish. Okay, by seeing this diagram itself, we will notice Yarn is not there in the Hadoop version 1. Yarn is there in the Hadoop version 2. This is one of the question in our series test.
Internal.
Internal. All everybody answered. Okay, 5 more minutes. Okay, then we will conclude. Next, see next topic is related to Yarn itself and the architecture of Yarn and what is its functionality, etc. We will discuss tomorrow in detail. Okay, tomorrow onwards. But today a small topic easily you can verify, you can work with Yarn distributed shell. okay, yarn distributed shell. In many university question paper I have seen this topic, one question related to yarn distributed shell, like what is, they will ask what is yarn distributed shell, okay, what is yarn distributed shell. It's very simple. So normally we know what is shell. What is shell? Anybody can talk. What is normally a shell? Unix shell or Linux shell? Shell command. I think you have studied shell command. Correct. Okay. So in another way we can say it's an interface. Okay, it is an interface. What type of interface? It is a command line interface. Okay, and by using this shell we are talking to operating system. Correct. We are just like we are you assume that operating system is sleeping. Okay, operating system is sleeping, and what we are doing, we are giving some I'm calling operating system, you please wake up and do this work. That is what, for calling operating system I need an interface. Correct. I need something. See, for example, I want to call you. See some people are sleeping. Assume that, for example, Priyam is sleeping. I think Priyam is sleeping. So if I want to know that whether Priyam is alive, sleeping or not sleeping. So what I do, I will call it. Correct. So by getting this interface, I'm either I will chat or I will call. Then if Priyam is listening, then Priyam will respond. If Priyam is not listening, then there is no response will get. Correct. So I need something, some middle thing, a tool which will help us to interact between. Correct. Between myself and Priyam. So shell is a shell script we are used for talking to operating system. Correct. To do some task. Okay, it's a command line interface. Command line, it's not a graphical user interface. It's not a graphical interface. It's a command line interface. See, for example, if I give ls, then I will get, I'm talking to operating system that you have to list the content of the folder currently I am residing. Okay, see, I was residing in this folder. I know that this is the current folder, current working directory. So I want to know what are the folders present, files, etc. present in that folder, my currently sitting folder. Then what I will do, I will give an instruction to the operating system, give ls. Okay, then operating system will respond. These are the files, ls minus e, then ls minus l. Then I will get detailed report, like whether it is directory or file, and what is its permission, who we created, who is the owner, what is the number of ID, okay, file ID, then when it was created, when it was edited, etc. Everything will get. So it is a way to talking to what? Operating system. Similarly, yarn providing a interface. Okay, that is called a distributed shell. Okay, so you can talk to your computing environment. Okay, you can talk to your computing environment by using this distributed shell. Okay, this is the simplest way of explanation of what is distributed shell. Distributed shell is a interface, okay, which will help us to talk to what the yarn framework. Okay, yarn framework, which is present in computing framework, which is present in Hadoop, not in operating system, okay, but in Hadoop. We did many times, okay, with the help of that shell itself we executed application, yarn, etc. we are giving, because that shell is working, that's why we are giving that. And look at what is its feature. It is a non-MapReduce application. And what is that shell? Shell is a distributed shell, is a non-MapReduce application. Non-MapReduce application. It's not a MapReduce application. It is a non-MapReduce application. By default, if you are installing your Hadoop cluster, you will get that software. Okay, you will get that distributed shell. You can use that distributed shell. Okay, no need to do anything extra. You no need to add, no need to install, no need to configure anything. Okay, you will get it. It is implemented on top of yarn. Okay, we know that yarn is there. See, like operating system is there, then only we will get a shell script. Okay, otherwise operating system is not there, then we will not get shell, because shell will help us to talk to operating system. So operating system is there below, so above we, and we are talking to operating system with the help of shell. Similarly, Hadoop yarn is there below, and above that we have a distributed shell, and above that we have a user, we can talk to yarn, correct, with the help of distributed shell. And it is used to run shell command. We know that definitely shell is used to run shell command or script sh, shell script we can run abc.sh, correct. So, this is the way to run what shell script, and abc.sh is a shell script. So, I can run the shell script with the help of this shell provided by the operating system. Similarly, here also we can run what script as well as command, okay, in containers on multiple nodes in a Hadoop cluster. Okay, actually this application is running across the cluster, okay, across the cluster, and we are monitoring. Actually, we are used for this distributed shell. We are used for monitoring, administrating. It's not complete administration. Some sort of application development. We will use this type of distributed shell. While running a shell command, it will not create map job or reduce job. Okay, that is why it is telling it's a non map reduce application. Then, so I am going to check how to do what. Then first thing is, I already told it is there in our Hadoop, okay, Hadoop installation directory. Then where is Hadoop installation directory? So, I will verify where is my installation directory. I have installed in my home directory under a Hadoop folder. So, yeah, this is my Hadoop installation directory. If you open that, then you will get a mini folder. See, under share, okay, click on share, then you will get two folder. One is Hadoop, second one is doc. Then you click on Hadoop, then you will get many folders. Okay, then you click, if you click on this yarn, you can see that where is that, yeah, this is that application. Okay, it's a jar file. So, you can use this jar file to run the distributed shell. What is that? Hadoop minus yarn minus applications minus distributed shell minus 2.10.1 dot jar. Okay, so if you include this one, you can do your execution of shell command. Okay, so how will you do that? Okay, first thing is, I need to set the path of that distributed shell. Okay, set the path of distributed shell. What is the way to set the path? Set the path is export. See, before that, first thing is you need to verify whether my Hadoop is working. If Hadoop is not working, what you have to do? If you type JPS, you can see no job running. Okay, no Hadoop related job running, no MapReduce, sorry, no yarn, no name node, no data node, no secondary name node, etc. Nothing is working. Then, if you already created some folder in the Hadoop in previous execution, previous time, then the first thing is you need to format it. Okay, formatting is /bin hdfs, okay, name node minus format. Yeah, it is formatting. Okay, yeah, I am telling should format. Yeah, formatted. Then my Hadoop is free, so I can start Hadoop, all Hadoop related application. Before starting, I have formatted the HDFS. Okay, so only root directory is available. The next thing is I need to start all Hadoop related process. Sbin /st start all sh. Yes, it is asking password. So, I will give password. Yes, next secondary name node. Then if you type JPS, then you can see all the secondary name node, resource manager, node manager, name node, etc. is working. So, after that I need to set the path to the distributed shell. Export yarn underscore ds, okay, equal to / the directory is home Prashant Hadoop, yes, then share, then Hadoop, then yarn, then here Hadoop minus yarn minus application, Hadoop minus yarn minus application minus distributed shell. Okay, so this is the path I am setting with the short name yarn underscore ds. So this is the way to set, default easy way to set the path corresponding to any particular software in your bash rc file. Okay, export yarn ds, then whenever you are typing yarn ds, you will get this path. Okay, instead of typing the entire statement, you are putting it into a small word, and we are exporting that small word into bash rc. Okay, you will get it. So let me check. Yeah, path ready, then if you type yarn ds, you will get that path. Look at, so you are getting permission denied, okay, no issue, but you will get that path. Yes, fine. Then next thing is I am executing this statement, yarn space org. So this is the way to start to find what are the what options available in distributed shell, yarn distributed shell. You can see what yarn space org space yarn space org space Apache space dot Apache dot Hadoop dot yarn dot Hadoop dot yarn dot applications dot distributed shell dot client. Okay, distributed shell dot client, CLIENT client space minus jar space what shell client. Okay, so this is, you put the distributed shell location, then I am putting what are the options available, $yarn underscore ds. Okay, then I am typing what are the options available. Yeah, then put enter. Yeah, yes, distributed shell is working now. Then what are the options available, it will tell. Okay, see, this is one option, this is another option. You can do with that distributed shell, you can do all these things. Okay, like in HDFS we can find what are the options available in HDFS. Okay, minus help, if you put it, you will get all the options available in HDFS or HDFS DFS. Similarly, distributed shell, these are the command available, you can do all this. Thank you for today's class, joining today's class, all of you. Thank you.